Thursday, September the 3rd. I want to read you the relationship section of Ephesians chapter 5 in full from the Message translation. Listen to this. Out of respect for Christ, be courteously reverent to one another. Wives, understand and support your husbands in ways that show your support for Christ. The husband provides leadership to his wife the way Christ does to his church, not by domineering, but by cherishing. So just as the church submits to Christ as he exercises such leadership, wives should likewise submit to their husbands. Husbands, go all out in your love for your wives, as Christ did for the church, a love marked by giving, not getting. Christ's love makes the church whole. His words evoke her beauty. Everything he does and says is designed to bring the best out of her, dressing her in dazzling white silk, radiant with holiness. And that is how husbands ought to love their wives. They're really doing themselves a favour, since they're already one in marriage. No one abuses his own body, does he? No, he feeds and pampers it. That's how Christ treats us, the church, since we are part of his body. And this is why a man leaves father and mother and cherishes his wife. No longer two, they become one flesh. This is a huge mystery, and I don't pretend to understand it all. What is clearest to me is the way Christ treats the church. And this provides a good picture of how each husband is to treat his wife, loving himself in loving her, and how each wife is to honour her husband. Now, I've heard many a sermon on these passages. Some I've been happy to listen to, some I've squirmed at the way some of the words are used. I could preach you a sermon now from my perspective, but this is a thought for the day. What I do want to say about submission is this. It does all hinge on the verse we looked at yesterday, about this whole passage being about our relationships being held under our reverence for Christ and understanding submission in relation to him. How much easier is it to submit to anyone if you know they love you above all? And if you love someone above all, are you ever going to force them to submit to you in a detrimental, subservient way? This is all about understanding Christ's relationship with the church and analysing how we treat people the way Jesus treats us. So whatever you think submission looks like, hold it under the image of Jesus giving his life for the church, while at the same time being in the position of ultimate authority. That's loving, that's giving, and submitting to that love is perfect. But this is a thought for the day. So I'm not just speaking to husbands and wives. I'm speaking to everyone. And my question to you is this: how is your submission in your heart? How is your spirit of submission displayed for the world to see? Who will you show love for today by submitting to them with the love of Christ? How do you exhibit your humility under Christ to those around you so that they too will be willing to submit to Him? How do you lovingly submit to those you don't always agree with, your brothers and sisters in the church? And most important of all, how do you demonstrate your submission and your love for God, for Jesus, in His Spirit? Are you good at holy submission? That's enough to think about. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.